sadly. Well, thank you, Michelle, I didn't realize that. I was having a time getting my phone in the tripod. But as I was saying to myself, um, I can't read lips either. I'm probably just going to be on for a little bit. There's another show I watch that comes on that I hate to miss. So I'm only going to stay just until that show comes on. And I don't know how long that'll be. But, anyways, hello, how are you? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I just found out on a headline on Fox News that my state's, is it the Attorney General? I think that's her title. Anyway, Letitia James, who is in a position of power in my state, just got charged from the state of Virginia for bank fraud. So that's going to be an interesting one to play out. And I personally think if she's guilty, she should go to jail just as good as anyone else. So that's where that is. Um, I also conducted a little experiment today on my YouTube channel. I did two different shorts. I've been making shorts where I kind of match pictures to song lyrics. I don't like her either. Um, and I was just trying to see. I did a Metallica song and a Taylor Swift song. And granted, the Taylor Swift song was newer, but it's just funny. The algorithm picked her up and not my Metallica one. So her video, or the video with her popular song, got like 1,000 views, and the Metallica one only got like 500 views. So I thought that was interesting that the algorithm kind of picked and chose which one it was going to push out. So that gets kind of irritating on YouTube sometimes, but it's all right. So I'm here in my chair, a little bundled up. My cat is between my knees. And so I am just kind of resting in a weird spot and covered. So pardon me for not being camera ready, but I just wanted to jump on in my raw state of affairs and not make things, you know, fancy and pretty if they didn't need to be. Anyhow, I hope my chat is not frozen. That happens to me all the time, and it gets really irritating. But, yep, I am just awaiting notification for my other program. Give me 1 second. Let me refresh and see what there is to see. Oh, nope, I guess it wasn't. That's okay. Oh, yep, it is better. Um, it was a strange day today. There wasn't many national days. I like to look those up and see what national day it is today, and it was not anything that I was familiar with. There was a couple awareness days for different illnesses, and I don't remember what else. I looked at it and I couldn't tell you what it was now. But it's very cold this evening. It's down to the 40s here. Thank you for the heart emotes, guys. I appreciate them. It always helps to give the algorithm food. um, Good evening, Ken. Nice to meet you. How are you? Oh, wow. This week we're gonna be 60s and lower, and at night it's gotten down to, I think when I last checked it was 44. Ken, I am not single. I'm spoken for. But I hope you meet someone nice. Um, so yep, we're starting to winterize the house and so on. Um, my summer wardrobe is basically the same thing as my fall wardrobe, but my fall wardrobe has long sleeve shirts under my summer wardrobe. But um this weekend I have a bunch of stuff going on. I got a couple different or small birthday gatherings to go to. Cake and ice cream type things, not like blowout bashes. My mom turned 60 on Sunday, and so we're gonna do a little dinner for her. And yo, how are you, Los Chubbies? And it's been a very long week. My husband's been home on furlough from work, and he and my father actually work at the same shop, and my father was on furlough too. Um, Neither of which is very happy about the situation. And I kind of don't understand the ins and outs of how it happened, but it is what it is. But what else did I want to talk about? No, it isn't. So, but I mean, it isn't the end of the world. It's not a total layoff, but still, a week off when they were running their jobs is not right. But it's a union shop, of course, so they'll file grievances and whatever that entails. So I don't know what the results of that'll be, but it'll take a while, whatever it is. But sometimes the economy does weird things, and it's an automotive industry shop. And so, um, it's a fickle market, anyways. This time of year is usually not good, but shortly they're going to be like, hey, can you work overtime after all of this? Like during the end of the year, it's going to be like, oh my God, we need everybody, all hands on deck. And it just stinks to get, you know, oh, we don't need you, so we're going to screw you over. But then in 6 weeks, we're going to be begging you to work. So it happens. I mean, luckily we had some saved up, which was earmarked for other stuff, but that's the way of savings is it's always earmarked for something else and then doesn't work like that. Excuse me for just 1 second. Oh, nope. I'm not absolutely sure my program's coming on or not, but in any case, I still wanted to hang out. I've been short on going live lately. Um, as most of you know that have been here a while, my health isn't the greatest, and I've had a lot of extra pain this week, so I've been just a miserable cuss and haven't been on live as much. But these things happen. Oh, I definitely need to, Michelle. The doctors are passing me around like a peace pipe. And I'm sorry, my chat froze again, so I didn't see your last couple comments. But now I've got it. Goodness. They need to fix whatever's going on with the chat. I was having trouble with the short maker as well. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Oh, that's okay. Me too. I don't have much to talk about today. My picture on my thumbnail is actually my little kitten licking a piece of pizza. I had one of those little Red Baron pizzas for lunch, and I had a couple pieces left, and so I just sat it on my table because I figured I would eat it later. And I took a nap, and when I woke up, my cat was licking the cheese, and she's never done that. It was weird. But yeah, she was licking the cheese, and I just was like flabbergasted. I mean, I wasn't angry at her. I should have put my food in the fridge, but she just usually doesn't eat people food, so I didn't even think about it. But now I'll have to be more careful. 13. Yep, I have an eye appointment next week. I get PT evaluated for my neck this time. Still going to PT for my knee. Oh, it's going to be a rough month. It usually is. Honestly, um, gosh, it's been 20 years this year. 20 years ago in October, I had a really catastrophic loss. And so every October, my brain kind of goes back to that. Oh, good. I'm glad your dad got out of the hospital today. That's awesome. I bet he's glad to be home. Oh, that's okay. But it's amazing how your mind kind of plays tricks on you. And even though it's been a long time, like something in your brain associates October with the bad thing that happened. So, yeah, I'm afraid I'm pretty short on good news too. Um, it seemed like I was watching JD Delay, who's a YouTuber, and it seems like they're trying to do they're trying to clean up the mess in Portland out in front of the ice stations, but they seem to be arresting the wrong people as best as I can tell. It's crazy. It does. Grief is really complicated. My goodness. I just kind of spaced out for a minute there. That's been happening a lot lately. I don't know why. I've just been so crazy. It is. And I mean, I imagine I've never been to Portland, but I imagine it's a city much like any other where, people have lived there their whole lives and have houses and all that. And it's really complicated. Oh, I understand. Hi, Tay Tay. How are you, Lenny? Um, because I feel like there's one group of people that is skewing things in the media and that things are not what they're saying, because people that have boots on the ground and their cell phone cameras rolling are showing something different than what others are showing. I understand, Tay Tay. I am not at my best state of affairs either at the moment, but I really hope you are able to get better and get some rest. But I just think the hard thing is that people are not objective anymore and they don't critically think about things. And I've gotten to the point where if somebody tells me something, then I am like, okay, stop right there so I can go do my own research, so I can figure out where I even stand on this issue, if this issue is something worth arguing about or it's not. And, you know, because I willfully don't watch the news a lot anymore because I don't always believe what people are telling me. And sometimes I just want to live my life and not know everything else that's out there that's bad, because it's very hard for me to hear bad things that I can't do anything directly about. I mean, certainly, like, for good causes, I can, maybe help out financially or maybe do something like that. But there's a lot of times where I can't do anything. Oh, they absolutely do. Like, watching some of the congressional discussions and so on, I can't believe how much they're like a junior high student council meeting. It's absolutely like just the conduct. I watched one lady insult another one lady in Congress insult another lady in Congress's appearance over, you know, and it had nothing to do with anything. Like, it wasn't relevant to the issue at hand. I don't remember what I was watching it on, but it was just insane. I couldn't believe that that was how people in government actually conducted themselves. And I felt like that lady that was insulting the other lady's appearance really needed to think about how she was representing herself in her district, because acting like an emotional, spiteful woman, no offense, is putting all of your other women constituents in a bad light and gives less credence to their words and what they think. Oh, I agree. Not a lot of people do hash things out anymore. Like, there's not a lot of discussions. There's not a lot of productive discussions, let me say that. There's a lot of people talking, but there's not a lot of how do we meet in the middle so we can both drive the bus in the same direction. I agree with you. And, you know, people are taught if they just whine and fight, they're going to get their way. Like, I don't like to use the word Karen, but there's a lot of people with the Karen mentality of, let me speak to your manager and I'm going to get what I want out of this interaction. And, you know, I admit part of being an adult that is hard is when you're talking to somebody who doesn't agree with you. And, you really have to try and listen to them and understand. And then once you can listen and understand, it helps change your perspective some, or it may not. But once you understand someone else's point of view, then it's a lot easier to compromise and to progress. Like, I don't, I really don't think this country is beyond saving. I don't. And, I had a conversation today with somebody who's like, the country's screwed. We're never going to get better. And I was just like, well, that's because people don't want to get better. Like, I don't know what the benefit is to all of this division. I don't, but it seems like people want to stay divided. But I'm not going to give up hope that people can come back together and go forward. And I mean, there's a correct way to handle disagreements, and there's a correct way to be a functioning adult. Like, regardless of what anybody else is doing or saying, we just need to get back to a point where people are responsible individually for themselves, where people have a sense of individual responsibility, where it's like, okay, these are my circumstances, for better or for worse. Now it's up to me what I do with them. And not a lot of people feel personal accountability anymore. And that's one of those things that's really taught at home first and used to be supplemented by school. I don't even know what is going on in the school system anymore. I just don't know. It's very different from when I was in school. Like, I just, I don't remember certain things being as relevant as they are now. Like, when I was in school, we knew very little about our teachers. I mean, we might know that they're married or not married, but we knew very little about their personal lives, other than they might have a picture on their desk or something, but that kind of wasn't what we were there for. And now it's like, no. And like the curriculum was just reading, writing, arithmetic, But I really don't understand a lot now. So, my point of that is I am out of touch with the school system because I don't have children. I have nieces and nephews. So, I kind of hear secondhand about what goes on in school. So, I'm not as educated on what's going on in the school district locally to where I am. But if some of what the news says is true, back then our parents would have been down at the town hall raising Cain if it's how it is. Ah, sweet nectar of the gods. I'm proud of me. I only had one and a half today. Is it after midnight? After midnight, we gonna let it all hang out. Oh, I need to stream during the day more. Miss Bev, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. Pardon my appearance. I'm under the blanket at this time. It's very cold in New York. That was Dew Zero diet, or yeah, the new diet drink. Oh goodness, no! I never tire of talking to you, Michelle. I could talk to you all day, my dear lady. Oh, I am a little under the weather myself. I hate to report, but we are doing okay. Michelle and I are chatting about the state of the affairs in our country and media and a lot of different things. I hear you. I've heard some things went on in the UK today from what I remember. I guess there was an attack in Birmingham on an Islamic school. I think I remember hearing. Oh, thank you, Michelle. That would be cool. That's one of the things that I'm saddest about is I'm actually a really good cook and a really good baker, and that's just something I can't do a lot of anymore. It's really hard to I c- if I can do a lot of it sitting, I can do it. Like, it's easier to bake than to like cook. I know that's funny, but being able to sit to mix something together and then put it in the oven is easier than like standing over the stove and doing um cooking on the stove top. So, hey, Kev, how we doing? Well, good, Bev. I'm glad they got him. I think we're kind of a lot in the same boat, the UK and the US. I absolutely love talking to you guys in the UK because it's nice to hear about more of the world, but it's nice to know we're kind of in the same boat too, so to speak. No, I hear they don't. Yep, this guy attacked the school with a baseball bat, and I guess he really hurt a little kid. Me too, because what did that prove? Like, okay, you're angry at, in this case, I'm assuming they were angry at the Islamic culture for some reason. Fine. What did that little boy do to you? That little boy did nothing to you. You proved nothing other than you're a bully and you're a terrible person. Yep, we need license for guns too. And in my particular state, there's a lot you have to go through to be able to carry a gun. And my state wants a lot of extra regulations for it. And it's ridiculous. It always does seem that way. Exactly. And sometimes I wish I lived in a different state because um I live in New York and not in New York City. I live further I live in a different part of New York. The city is a big chunk over there and over there and I live over here. New York's a lot bigger than people think it is, but yep, I live in the westernmost county in New York. And New York is very democratic and very liberal, which I understand to a degree, but I don't. I like to think of myself as somebody that's in the middle, where I will, I always vote with my conscience who I think honestly is the best person and will do the most good, regardless of their party. I don't believe in going by party necessarily, but as much as I try to stay in the middle, I find myself being pushed more in one direction. And, you know, I'm I'm pro God, I'm pro family, I'm pro doing the right thing. So, Kev, that's interesting. I do believe it's pretty close to possible. Yep, I registered unaffiliated, I think, because I'm not eligible to vote in the New York primaries because I'm unaffiliated. I know a lot of people who, and that's another thing. When I grew up, people didn't automatically disclose their political views. Like, it just wasn't something that was talked about as much. I mean, I remember in a government class, the parties were explained to us, and, you know, by the gosh, it's been 25 years since I took a government class. So I, it just wasn't something that was discussed. And even if you disagreed with somebody, you were still friends after, like a disagreement wasn't a relationship ending thing like it is now. Bev, it is 12:36 a.m. where I am. So just 36 minutes after midnight. But honestly, I have family members now that I don't even dare say what I believe politically because it would damage my relationship with them. And I don't think they'd talk to me, to be honest. And I think that's something that we need to get rid of because family should always come first. 9:36. Oh, that's right. You are 3 hours behind me. 3? Why was I thinking 4? I always think California is 4 behind me, but it's not. But oh, yep, that is this weekend, isn't it? Or it's shortly. It's getting dark here at probably 7 o'clock at night. Oh my goodness, you're up early, Bev. Bev and Kev. Yep. It shall be interesting. Oh, that's where I was getting confused. It is Friday now. Yep, Friday, October 10th. And in the future, yep. I hope it's a good future, Kev. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle. Well, I'm glad she's getting married. I just am sad you can't be there. It's really hard sometimes when we can't be where we want to be. It's not interesting yet. Okay. Well, sure it would, Michelle. I absolutely would feel bad. Is there any way somebody could FaceTime you from there? Or FaceTime or Google Meet or I don't know what it's called. I understand. It's really hard to be a heart divided. There's a lot of, when my mom was sick, there was a lot of times where I couldn't be in two places at once. I know it's not the same. Okay, Kev. I keep hoping something good's coming. Oh, I really need to rest today and get ready for my weekend adventures. Just cake and ice cream, a couple different places. I probably will not have cake both days, but maybe I can have cake at one party and then ice cream at the next party. I think that's what I'll do. Saturday, my mom, um, I was going to help get my mom's cake ready. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed shortly. Yep, I'm only gonna stay on probably another 15 minutes. I'm not, it takes me a while to get to where I'm sleep tired. Like, I'm tired right now, but I probably would not sleep right now if I laid down. It takes me a while. Um, Especially right this very minute. I have this weird hug feeling, I guess, where it feels like somebody's kind of grabbing me under my ribs and pushing upward and squeezing all the way around. And that is just the most miserable feeling. And usually, if I can't lay flat when I'm having that go on because it's worse. So I'm hoping it lightens up. It's better to just kind of chill like I am right now. Okay, Michelle. Thank you so much for coming in. It was so nice to see you. I have been wondering if I would meet up with you, but I really liked your fountain. That was such a pretty fountain. And your yard is just gorgeous too. Your backyard. You seem to be centrally located to everything wonderful in Arizona too. It's a good house. And I'm glad Bev and Kev have come today. I didn't see my friend Lukey today. Oh, I understand. Well, you take care of yourself as well, and you get plenty of rest. And big hugs to you, too. Cool. I will be looking forward to see it. I need to do a short of. I have a couple different things I need to do that I have pictures of in my phone that I just haven't put together into a short yet. Oh, that's nice. I was waiting. Good night for now. Take care. It was strange. My cat had, I had put my knee brace on, and I don't wear it all the time because I'm not supposed to, but today I was figuring I would brace it, and after I had braced it and took my nap, my cat had jumped up and was gonna lay down too, and she just was so afraid of my knee brace. She touched it and she just kind of like creaked around it and was like, I don't like that. She's such a goofball. I'm glad I have a cat though. It's nice to have something alive to look at around here sometimes. It is definitely blustery fall weather here. It's raining, it's cold. I like a good fall thunderstorm though. They're always nice. I'd prefer it not flood and not be real muddy if we can avoid that, but whatsoever we can do. Anywho, in other griping news, the usual bag of candy that I get from Walmart for Halloween has gone up in price by $6. I was most seriously displeased by this. So I'm not. We will probably still purchase it. That's not the point, but the point is, it's just unnecessary. But it was interesting, my little short experiment today, to see how much quicker the one got picked up than the other. It just kind of feels like you're fighting a losing battle against the algorithm some days. But I don't know. I haven't been posting consistently over the last few weeks. I actually just today, according to my YouTube studio, had hit 10,000 views, so that was really cool. And Joe and I were talking about overhead rigging today, and we looked and found a couple different things that would probably um that we could probably make work on the desk, but I'm not absolutely sure about doing that. The thing is that like YouTube is a hobby for me. It's something to keep me, off the streets and busy while I'm stuck here for now anyways. So I don't it's a fine line of how much I want to invest in things. Like with my shorts, I usually only do reviews and stuff if it's something I was gonna purchase, or, you know, I mean, I might adjust like what I order at a restaurant to get the new items to do the reviews, but I usually don't go specifically just to get something to review. Like, and with my reviews, I don't always consume the whole thing I review. For example, I know I've reviewed a lot of Oreos and a lot of Pringles and stuff. I haven't necessarily eaten the whole bag of either item because, I do try to be mindful of my figure, and, you know, weight loss is always on the back burner of my mind. So I try to do things in moderation. So, but I really, so how, yeah, take two, Mary. So I don't, I don't know how much to invest in this and how much not to. And especially because I'm not on a consistent keel with my health right now. I think it would be different if I felt good every day and I could craft every day. Like, then I would be able to justify, putting more expense into the channel than at present I currently feel like is reasonable. But it's a balancing act. It really is, because you try and be reasonable, but at the same time, I want to produce better quality stuff, but I also don't want to go into debt to do it either. Or not even go to debt. I just don't want to tax our individual budget to do something that's only recreational. If I were actually making money, I would feel different about it, because then I would want to invest in it more. But at the moment, this is just a hobby and not a lucrative one at that. So, it is what it is. I don't know if anybody's still here with me. According to that, it says 0. So, did my best. Savage. How are you, honey? Good evening to ya. Doo-doo. How is little Alistair doing and the other kids? I love you and I need you to set me free. Oh, I bet, honey. Oh, no problem. I was waiting for Random Street Theater to come on, but I don't think it will tonight. Oh, thank you. I'm really not at my best right now. I'm kind of under the weather. Well, today, when did I get up? I think I got up around 11. Um, I really didn't do too much today. I stayed home. Um, I watched a few things on YouTube. What did I do? I folded the laundry. I made a couple shorts on YouTube. Unfortunately, my neighbor across the driveway actually had fallen out of bed last night and she stayed there the whole night while she had crawled her way to the bathroom. And so the neighbor had knocked on the door here and wanted Joe to go help lift her back up with there's other men in the neighborhood as well. And so he did that. Um, nope, that's about it. I know I'm the most boring person on earth right now. Today my cat, I had taken an afternoon nap because I just got tired after I took my afternoon dose of medicine. And so my cat had an interesting day. I have my leg brace on today, and my cat jumped up on it, and she didn't like how it felt. So she kind of like backed away, slinked away from it. And then after I fell asleep, I had had a Red Baron pizza and I didn't finish the whole thing. So I had a few slices on my plate still. And when I woke up, my cat was licking it. And she's never licked people food before, but she was eating the cheese off my pizza. So I'm afraid that's the most exciting thing that happened today. Other than I watched a few live streams and so on. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Good to see you. Yep, so the cat was definitely in an interesting place today. So I've been waiting for. Oh, ew. Rochester. Oh my goodness. No, he didn't. He is going to get so sick. No way. I am not familiar with Panda the Torture Clown. Snorted peppery. Oh my lord. It seems like it. I just thought I'd come on because I was trying to kill time until Random Street Theater came on, but it doesn't look like it did. Hello, Chase. How are you? I do sometimes not mind watching them. If you're talking about Random Street Theater, I actually like that. But if you're talking about RDRT TV, it's okay. But sometimes it's a little much. I think I would have lost it about the pooping. I, nope. Well, good, Chase. I'm glad you're doing all right. Yep, we are just plodding along, riding along in the automobile. My goodness, I'm about due for a car ride, but I guess I'll be riding Saturday. Thank you for the heart emotes, guys. Well, that's good. 5 is as nice of a time as any. I hear ya. I was staying up just to see if RTS came on, and I'm kind of tired myself. Oh, that's good. I hate that I'll miss it. I should throw the roast in the crock pot before I go to bed. Yeah, no. I don't think that's what we're doing. But I'm sure your folk. I'm sure your family will greatly appreciate all of the food. I would love nothing more than to have a plate of home fries this morning. I didn't even I didn't have dinner last night, but I wasn't really hungry. The cat and I had pizza for lunch. I still can't believe she ate the cheese off that pizza. I was stunned. Oof, I feel gross. Oh, that's always nice. I had pizza for lunch, just a Red Baron from the grocery store. That's cool. Yeah, that kind of gets irritating. I mean, usually if you go to someone else's house and they're like, hey, I'm going to order pizza, you at least try to offer to kick a couple bucks in or say, hey, I'll cover the tip or, you know. Oh, that wind is whipping outside. Cold. Taking care of Sylvie. Yep, I didn't have a very entertaining day. Nothing exciting. Other than my state's attorney general is now on, or has been charged with bank fraud. So that's kind of funny. I talked to my friend from college for about an hour, maybe hour and a half earlier. Hadn't talked to her in a while. She is up in Wisconsin. And she and I were talking about how much we miss North Carolina and, you know, how good life was when we were there. It was a good time. But all good things must come to an end, I suppose. Oh, what a day. I wonder if the clocks go back this weekend. Okay, have a good night. You too. And so, good night, my angel. Now it's time to dream. And save these questions for another day. I think I know what you've been asking me. I think you know what I've been trying to say. I promised I would never leave you, Jenny, and you should always know, no matter where you go. Shout out to Jenny and Craig. I hope you guys have a great night. No matter where you are, I never will be far away. Good night, my angel. I don't remember the rest without looking at it. Nope. The words are gone. I haven't sang it in a while. Oh. You guys over in the UK stay safe. A lot of craziness going on everywhere. Taking care of sulfite. Hooray, I got to 10 likes. I'm so excited. Ugh. Man. I am not winning this morning. We got the afternoon. You've got this room for two. One thing now left to do. Discover me, discovering you. 1 mile to every inch of your skin like porcelain. 1 pair of candy lips and your bubblegum tongue. And if you want love, we'll make it. Swim in a deep sea of blankets. Take all your big plans and break them. This is bound to be a while. Body's wonderland. Body's wonderland. Loose hands. Body's wonderland. Well, friends, I feel we have reached the end of our time together today. So, thank you so much for dropping by. Oh, wait, somebody joined us. Maybe somebody's here. Let's see. Oh, nope. Any whoosies, thank you so much for dropping by the Bear Den. Have a great evening. Bye.